Do you guys like my sweater? Look. I really like this. I love comic book characters. Got it at like H&M for like, I don't know, 15 bucks or so. Anyways, that's besides the point. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bunny, and in this video, I'm actually going to be reacting to my really old drawings. I'll scratch that. Not really old, more like 3 years maximum old. The reason why I can't show you like my ultimate cringe bad art is because all of it is back in Canada at my parents' home, and I haven't found a way or had the chance to ship it to Germany yet. One day that will happen, and I promise you I'm gonna give you the ultimate cringe video with all of my high school drawings and like those emo drawings, you know which ones I'm talking about. But unfortunately this video I can only show you like up to 3 years old. So we're gonna be taking a look at some of the old drawings and paintings. Okay, so before we take a look at the horrible art aspect of this video, I just want to quickly jump in and say first that I am officially starting live streams on Friday, December 1st. I'll be live streaming every single Friday for the month of December and probably going into the new year as well. I'm not entirely sure yet, but so far I have plans for December only, and I'll be live streaming every Friday from 5 p.m. Central European time. So 5 p.m. Central European time, you guys can follow my schedule on my YouTube channel and you can see the upcoming live stream. So do check that out, and also don't forget to, what do they say? Smash that bell button. Is that, oh gosh, it's like horrible to say. I'm not gonna say that because it's like cringe. I'm just gonna say click on the little bell icon, and that will ensure that you guys get the notification for the live stream. So if you just don't want to miss it, you guys can click on the little bell icon. Guys, can you stop texting me? Like, what? So, yeah, every Friday, and I'll probably have spontaneous ones like on Sunday, for example, but those are not scheduled, so they'll be like spontaneous. So I'd say let's get started into the drawing-looking aspect, the part that will give me anxiety to show off. Oh my god, guys, oh my god. So I'm actually opening up Instagram, and I'll be showing like the picture here. And we're gonna just actually scroll down to like the very first post that I ever posted. Oh gosh, I have so many. Dude, someone keeps texting me. Stop texting me, bro. Okay, we're at the bottom. All right, you guys ready? Okay, so for the very first image, it's actually not as bad as I would say. This was posted November 1st, 2014. So literally like wait. It's like 2 years ago? Literally, no, 3 years ago. So 3 years ago, I posted this November 1st. This was actually one of the first drawings that I started doing in watercolor. And previously before that, I never played with watercolor whatsoever. I actually really hated it. And I decided to I just spontaneously felt the need to go to the art store and buy some watercolors. And I got the cheapest ones, of course, because I didn't know what I was doing. And I drew this. I was at the time, and still am, really obsessed with the Victorian or Edwardian era. I drew her like sepia toned whatever because, you know, I wanted to make it look vintage. And as you can see in the background, I was actually playing with salts with the watercolor because I didn't know what to do with background. You could actually kind of see the grains still in there. But yeah, in terms of technique, I had no idea what I was doing. Okay, so here's another one. This is called the Bunny Masquerade, and this was posted November 2nd, literally the day after my first watercolor, 2014. And I drew this Bunny Masquerade. I found this image on Pinterest and I drew her. And you can see it's very flat. There's no shading, there's no dimension, there's nothing happening here. And I was using a straw to like blow my watercolor, so like it would create like a little splash effect, which is kind of like the stereotypical thing that you do in watercolors when you're first starting out. I actually like the colors, and I'd probably try to redraw this one again, but yeah, you can see there's no definition whatsoever. It's just like it's like a flat face, you know? I don't know. Now, here's where it gets a little bit embarrassing. So this one is actually, I thought it was acrylic, but it's actually watercolor. And I painted watercolor on a canvas, which is something that you shouldn't really typically do. And you can see everything is completely off. She has no nose. Her eyes are like massive for her head. And yeah, I don't know. Like, I didn't know what I was doing. I had no idea, and it looks awful. I actually still have it here. Let me actually show it to you guys live. Look at the face. It's like lopsided sideways, like that way. I can't even, like, what is going on? And I didn't date it. There's no date whatsoever, so I actually don't really know, but it's in 2014 for sure. I have another one for you, which I'm also embarrassed to show. This was actually created in, it's marked 2013, so this is like super old. This is another one, and I think I was painting with, actually, I think it's a mixture of acrylic and watercolor again. I don't really know what I was doing. Look at the hair, look at the face, look at the eyes, look at the like splatter, like the vomit colored splatter here. Or I should say the colorful vomit splatter. Yeah, this is, oh yeah. Oh yeah, this is as good as it gets. I'm gonna do a close up. Do, do, do. Ta-da! Creepy. I actually have another one now that we're showing canvases. I have one more and I don't want to show this one. I don't want to show this one whatsoever. Oh god, I can't. This is... I don't want to show it. It's so embarrassing. Okay. I don't know what I was doing. Okay, this is also 2014. I can't show it. I can't physically lift my arm up and show you guys the canvas because it's embarrassing. Okay, let's just do it. Guys, count down with me. 3. Oh, let's do it in German. 3, 2, 1. Oh, oh, this kills me. Okay, so let's break it down. This is actually watercolor again on canvas. What the hell was I doing? Watercolor and canvas. Okay, sure. You've got a face, which is like showing a skull. So it's like her face is like, you know, like revealing the skull beneath. So it's like super edgy, you know? She has pink hair, pink and purple hair. And you got flowers in the background, but you can see like the eye. Look at the eye. Like, what is going on? It's like, it's not even to the like eye socket here. Like the proportions are totally out of whack again. Her shoulders are super small. Her body is like, compared to the size of her head, she has like a huge head. And I never finished it. It's just like half finished, whatever. And I can remember doing this. At the time outside on my balcony, and I was like, oh man, this is gonna be so good. Like, I totally, like, this is gonna be like the next thing, you know, like, oh my gosh, my skills are getting so much better. And like looking back on it, I'm just like, oh wow. Oh, holy smokes. Nothing is, it's not a pretty one. I just keep it literally for the sake of reminding me how far I've come, because this is... Alright, so we got a double whammy here. We have a sketch and we have a like watercolor painting. So we first have the doodle, and this is the doodle. At the time when I was drawing stuff like this, when I was drawing faces, I would always do like a super like strong jawline, kind of like a male looking jawline, and the eyes would always be like super sharp and like tiny, like squinty. And the nose would literally be non-existent. So this was always typically the style that I drew in. And even back into my high school days when I was going through like manga, like anime time, I was drawing more manga characters, but I was also drawing characters like this. And I never really further developed my style in terms of how to draw a face up until this year only. So it's kind of interesting to look back on it and just remember how I used to style my characters all the time. And here is the watercolor aspect. So I only used like black and purples and stuff, and yeah, again, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know whatsoever. Oh, dude, this is my first Little Red Riding Hood. My first one. So check it out, look at this. So the illustration, I actually quite like the floral aspect with a little crown on top. It looks kind of cool. But you can see with her face, what was this? 2014 November. So with the face, it's just like, what is going on? The little tiny bee, like button nose, like little lips and everything. And yeah, it looks horrible in terms of how she looks like. Although I do quite like the illustration. Oh man, my first Little Red Riding Hood. Oh. Okay, so this sketch here is kind of interesting. This is September 2016. This was literally a year ago. And I was, at this point, I was starting to kind of take face drawing very seriously. And you can see I was trying here. I was really trying. But again, like, I hadn't found my style. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know how to draw hair. I didn't know how to draw noses. I still probably don't know how to draw noses. But there's a huge progression. I remember doing this in my office during lunchtime. I'm taking a photo and like thinking like, oh, it's a good sketch. I like that sketch. That looks nice. And it's just like, wow, like within a year, I've come so far, literally so far in even my sketching. Honestly, all these sketches I can remember doing, and I was starting to get at that point, it was like about a year ago, like last fall 2016, and I was getting to a point where I was starting to take drawing faces seriously and more seriously, and starting to learn how to draw the proportions and how to just like, yeah, how to just draw a face. And I was like, I never actually went through the process of learning and applying myself and practicing how to do it. And honestly guys, I feel like I've come so far, like so far. I'm going to be doing a separate video about this because I think it's a pretty interesting topic to discuss. But if we take a look at some of these sketches, I can remember being so proud of them and being like, oh, dang, like, oh, I can actually draw faces, but actually, no, not really. Alright guys, so that's going to be it for this video. I've talked a lot. Unfortunately, I couldn't show you a lot of the like really old stuff. I'm going to be doing another video about that later on, and I'm going to be doing sketchbook tours as well because I have a lot of stuff within my sketchbook. I'm going to be doing a really big one for the end of this year to show my progression of how, you know, just drawing a face over the entire year. I literally drew a face every single day, so I've got so much footage to cut and edit for that, and you guys will be able to see the progression from January 1st, 2017 up until the end of December. So you're gonna see how just like practice makes, I don't want to say perfect, but it's like how practice really guides you and like influences you and sort of molds your talent or your skill of drawing. If you guys like this video, do give it a big thumbs up, I will hopefully see you guys in my live stream starting this Friday, December 1st. Until then, I wish you guys all a fantastic week. Thank you guys so much for watching this. Do subscribe and give it a big thumbs up, and we will see each other very, very soon. Bye!